I got a good group of girls coming back this year, 7 seniors, 1 junior, 1 10th grade, 1 freshman. These seniors, most of them have been on the varsity since their 9th grade year. Pretty much 5 starters coming back since the 10th grade. So hopefully this is the year that we kind of turn the corner and get a little bit further into the postseason than we have in the past.
What are you looking forward to in terms of goals this season and how you think the season's going to play out?
I think our biggest goal this year, and the girls have set this, and without me even saying anything to them, they put their goals up on the door, and the main one is they want to get to state tournament this year. And I explained to them the first step in that is working together as a team and playing hard in every game, and then if we do that and leave everything on the floor each game, then we should be able to reach that goal at the end of the year.
What about challenges? Do you see anything coming along, any?
Well, I mean, our challenge is being in 4A in the area we're in with Douglas and Gunnersville and Sardis. There's some really good girls teams in that area, and our cross area being Madison County, which is always loaded in girls basketball. So that'll be a challenge for us. I think right now with as many seniors as we have on our team, a lot of our area schools are looking at us to be in that #1 team in the area. And I think that's putting a little more pressure on our girls this year, but I think we're capable of handling that pressure.
Coach, any new leaders emerging from the team so far? Anyone that you weren't expecting it from?
We've got some seniors that have put in a lot of hard work that maybe wasn't in the first team in the last year or two, that have really worked hard, and they're going to be pushing, even though we've had 5 starters the last 2 years returning. Really, like I explained to them last week when we started practicing, there's really not a starting team at this point because I've got several young underclassmen that could, move ahead. Got Cassie McDaniel that is a freshman that's moving up from JV team, and she pretty much, and these 2 girls up here can attest that when she plays, she's probably as good a girls basketball player as we've seen come through Crossville in a lot of years. And then we've got a lot of just athletic girls: Tatum Jones, Haley Stevens, Olivia Wooten. Caitlin Hunt provides us a little physicalness in there as a senior. And there's a lot of those other seniors, Corey Crowley, and Macy Smith, that also, we put in a lot of hard work in the off season. We started a new little training regimen this year, CrossFit, and we've put on a lot of muscle. So I think that's going to really help us out this year.
How's to the players? How is the CrossFit training? Do you prefer that to the old style of workout, or?
It was hard, very hard, but I can tell a big difference like playing summer play dates. We didn't get pushed around as easy, and we were able to be more physical and all that.
Pretty much second what she had to say. It was very rough, like the hardest workout I've ever done in my life, but it was definitely worth it in the end.
What are you guys looking forward to the most coming into this season?
Well, it is our senior year, and so we're really excited. I think that we're going to have a really good team this year, and I'm hoping that this is the best season we've ever had. And I'm really just looking forward to getting to start playing and just getting into it. And I love basketball, so I'm just ready for the season to start.
You guys have been playing together a long time. Talk about how that's going to help going into your senior season, chemistry, working together for either girl.
Yeah, like he said, we've had pretty much the same girls on the team since 10th grade, and I think it's really going to help a lot because we know how each other play, we know our strength and our weaknesses, and I think that it'll really help that we've played together for so long and everything, so I think it'll be good.
Maddie, response?
Well, pretty much like she said, we all have our own roles on the team, and everybody knows what everybody's position is. Everybody knows what everybody does. So, and then we all know how each other play because we played together for so long. So it's kind of like we just play real smooth now. We're more relaxed this year, I think, because we're just so used to playing with each other.
Well, because you're so familiar with each other, who's taking the last shot? Coach?
That's going to be the interesting thing this year, is because probably in years past we'd say one of these two up here is going to take that last shot. But since we have such a good group that, depending on the night, I don't see one of the one player being the leading scorer every game. We could have 7 different players that are leading scorer each game. So depends on who's hot that night. It could be anybody from Olivia Wooten to Macy Smith to Cassie McDaniel, to one of them that, if they're on, that's who will run the ball through.
Well, with such a fluid team, if that's the case, what are you looking to do this year? Running gun, half court offense? What's your full court press? What's going to be Crossville basketball this year?
Slow is boring to us, so we're going to up tempo. We're going to push it up the floor. I've tried to stress to the girls that in the summer, we didn't play with the starting 5 in the summer. We divided the teams up, 10 players on the team, and evened both teams out. And we played 5 in, 5 out every 5 minutes in team camp. Playing against some of the best schools out of Atlanta, AAU team from Atlanta that's got 7 or 8 girls that are Division I prospects on the team. It was a competition, but we tried to run the floor with them as well as we could. And we've got the talent full court on both sides of the ball this year.
You talked about several other players. Talk about the two you brought with you today a little bit. What they
These two up here, Maddie, Maddie is, been on the varsity since pretty much, I think, going into after her 8th grade year. She moved up and played some. Really good outside shooter that can also take it to the basket. I think, the CrossFit has really helped her on her finishing at the rim. That was one of the things the last 2 years, and colleges have kind of looked for her to work at, and so she's done good at that. And also being the tallest player on the team at 5'11", she's our 2 guard, and anytime we get a mismatch, we can easily drop her down to the post, and she can also post up. So she's an inside out, to me, a lot like Courtney Thacker was, years ago, that could play the inside-outside, combination for us. And JC has also, been on varsity since the 8th grade, and she's a good outside shooter, can also post up on the inside, and probably one of our better defensive players because of how smart she is, and she does a great job of handling girls that might be 6 foot, 6'1", that she can guard on the inside as well. And that's just one of her advantages that she helps us out with. But pretty much we've got 10 players, and all 10 of those girls can post up, play inside and outside. That's one of the requirements we have as a group, that we all can do inside-outside combination stuff.
Coach talks about you probably have more seniors on your team than any other team in the county this year, at least from what we've heard already. Do you think that gives you an advantage going into county tournament, maybe coming up later in the season?
I would think the experience, having that many seniors on the team, would give us that advantage. But our county being so rich in girls basketball, and I'm not going to say it's going to give us an advantage, because there's so many good teams out there in the county that we have to compete with. But I think this group of girls as 8th graders won the county in the junior high level, and that's been years ago, and it's a different level of ball, but they're capable of holding their own in the county this year. It's just it comes down to us playing hard every game.
talk about your first game when your opponent, when you open the season, or do you know?
We open up next Tuesday night, the 12th, against Boaz, which is a good 5A school. Me and Coach Littleton at Boaz are good friends, and it's just 2 girls games, JV girls game at 5 and a varsity girls at 6, and we're going to basically call that pink out night. The girls have pink shoes this year, something that they're both excited about up here, and the whole group is. And we're going to try to encourage both fans, Boaz and Crossville, to wear pink shirts, and try to use that as a night to remember breast cancer awareness. And kind of go for a good cause and play for a good cause.
For Maddie, you said that, Coach, you had referred to her saying that you being the tallest player on the team, he's going to go to you a lot, but you're playing guard, but he's also going to expect you to post up a lot. Does that put more pressure on your shoulders? Because Crossville has always been what I would consider a very win-heavy team. I mean, they've always been good. Does that put more pressure on you to continue that legacy?
Not really, because there's not just like I lean on my players too, my other teammates, because if I'm not having a good game that night, I know somebody else is. It's not, our team this year is we're all about even. It's not just like one player is better than the other player this year. I think we're all pretty good this year. So it's not, if I'm not having a good night that night, there's always somebody else that probably is. So I'm not really worried about that this year.
I'm curious, one game on the schedule, who are you looking forward to?
Sardis. We're coming for Sardis. I'm ready for that game.
Just across the board, acceptable, it's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sardis has pretty much become our new rival, and we look forward to that game each time we are able to play them. So, but kind of stressing back on what Maddie was talking about. In years past, we've run into some of our county schools that have run box and one and kept Maddie from scoring, and I don't see a lot of teams that's capable are going to be able to do that to us this year, because we have 10 players that can all score. And if they prefer to play a box and one or double team one person, then that's basically helping us out, because we will, be able to adjust to that and score.
For JC now, we asked about the rival, and you pretty much leapt for the microphone. What is it about Sardis that gets under your skin? Because it's obviously something.
Well, there's a lot of things I couldn't say on live television or computer, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know. In years past, it's always been Geraldine as a big rival and everything. And they still are a rival. But with Sardis being in our area, we really strive to beat them. And they've always been Crossville's rivals. I mean, ever since going way back when. But I don't know, just something about Sardis just gets under my skin.
So we'll have to talk to you after the camera goes off.
I think a lot of that goes back to the fact that the girls know each other. They live, these two girls live in the community right next to Sardis, so they go to church with a lot of these girls from Sardis, and I think it's just a friendly competition that they kind of look forward to each time we're able to play them. And Maddie also went to school at Sardis through about the 4th grade, so she's still got a lot of friends that play over there.